Okay, hello whoever's viewing this. I don't know who is currently. I think I just shared it with my parkour club leader and then he decided to share it. Other than that, so I don't know who exactly is viewing this. But in case you guys don't know who I am, my nickname in Tanky is Troop 10. And you might know me by my former YouTube channel, Troop 10 P for P, my current YouTube channel, which is P for P Clan, or by my real name, Devin. I'm just making this video because I'd like to publicize an event that occurred between me and one of the former moderators in this game, named iMoneyMaker. He has done a large array of things towards me, including the biggest being using his power to force me into confessing for something that I did not do. He also attacked me on a personal level, talking about my family and my dad's job loss that occurred around this time last year. And I just gathered some screenshots of the messages regarding my false confession, like his forcing of my confession. And unfortunately, I do not have the messages where he's attacked me on a personal level because those were on a different computer. I've lost them since. I do have the screenshots of Skype messages after the aftermath where he's apologizing and stuff like that, and he's discussing it. But other than that, I'll just get right into this evidence. Alright, so in this first screenshot, you can see that iMoneyMaker contacted me on Skype, and he was just reminding me that he was a moderator. I wasn't really sure at the time when he was contacting me why he was contacting me. So I was confused, and it just seemed odd at the time. Okay, so this next screenshot is when iMoneyMaker decides to reveal the reason why he's contacting me, which is the attempt of jump hacking, which is a serious offense in Tanky and can get you banned. He has no proof of these allegations and did not provide such proof, so his reasoning is completely off. Anyway, the part of which he's talking about at the end, it's talking about his removed messages. They were just some messages to get the general conversation rolling. Where he was using scare tactics in that type of thing to show that he was more authoritative than I was, and was just trying to get me to scare me into a confession for this major offense that I did not do, as I just said. But anyway, so he removed these messages though, so I could not find them and could not provide them here, but that's the reason. Alright, so in this next screenshot, you can see that he is, quote unquote, conducting further investigations on this false allegation that he is claiming that I am jump hacking. And he says that if I confess to the crime, I will not be punished, as he will keep the information to himself and not tell a moderator that could get me banned, as he was only a social media moderator. He wasn't actually a battle moderator that had the authority to ban me, but he said he was going to alert actual authorities that could ban me unless I did get and confess. So these next messages, he's just trying to prove to me that he can totally be trusted, and if I confess to him, it would be just perfect with him, and he would keep it just to himself. I now know that is completely false. If you entrust him with any type of message, expect it to get shown to people. I just need to be put out there. You cannot trust him with anything. Alright, so here's the biggest piece of the evidence, which is my official confession. I just state that I was trying to look cool. I was referring to a video that was on my old YouTube channel. I've since deleted it, and I can't find it on my computer to show you guys, but I was supposedly on top of both the Rio and Skyscraper's main tallest buildings. He thought that I used jump hacks to get up there, but I'm pretty sure you guys can realize that you can parkour up there. So I did parkour up there for one of them, and I had one clip was an XP combo sitting on top of the Rio skyscraper. I parkoured up there. It's not that difficult. And then for the other one was like a mammoth twins. I used video editing because that again is quite easy to do. I used video editing to make it seem like I was on top of the tower, but I wasn't actually. I was just trying to make it look cool, like like you see all those videos and everything. It's just like all fake news and stuff like that. I was just trying to raise awareness that it was in fact. It was just like a basic thing, like to show that I was uploading a video. I was just trying to be cool and like, try something different, see if I could get some views. Because what you do as a YouTuber is you try to get generate as many views as possible. Anyways, so I can see where he's coming from. That he looks like I was like hacking his two holes on top of skyscrapers, and neither one's a wasp. Like you'd expect a wasp to get up there, if at all. But anyway, so he doesn't take into effect the fact that I could have edited it, or I could have actually parkoured onto it, and I just like decided to give the false confession because I was tired of the harassment that he was showing towards me, and I thought by confessing that he would like leave me alone and like just drop the whole issue and just would like not contact me again about the matter. So I was just trying to get rid of him. And then he just comes in with the, if a moderator was there, you would have gotten banned. And then just like, he's just trying to get me to not jump hack. I never did, but yeah, he's just trying to make sure that I do not jump hack in the future. Yeah. So I now know, like, I'm never going to upload a video, anything like that. If I'm going to like upload a parkour video to like promote that I have a video coming soon, I'm never going to go like do anything similar to this, because I don't want to face like another freaking conversation with him. He's really bad to deal with. He throws in tons of insults. He abuses the hell out of his power, and I just don't want to do that again. So I'm never going to upload like something that looks like I could have been jump hacking, because I guarantee you he's going to try to jump on that and try to accuse me again for something I did not do. All right, so this next message, this seems pretty kiddish, but I was like, I was just trying to show off to him that I made it onto the Academy of Parkour team, which I thought was like at the time, I know that Academy of Parkour is a big club, and I thought it was like significantly like a lot like part of the Russian version. I was a little suspicious when none of the members had glide paint, which is their like exclusive paint, which I now learned that only Russian community members can in fact get glide for being a part of Academy Parkour. And if you're part of the English community but you are part of Academy Parkour, you actually cannot get the glide paint. The leader was lying, and it's a little bit aggravating, but I got over it. But anyway, so I was just trying to show off to iMoneyMaker in specific. I never showed off to anyone else. I was just showing off to him because he treated me very poorly in the past, and I just wanted to show off something. As you can, like, when you're like showing, like, when you experience something that's exciting to you, the first thing you want to do is like tell people about, like, say you get like some good award, like say you get a good grade on a math test, for example. Like if I were to get a good grade in a math test, I would go tell my parents because I'd be proud of myself. That was the similar thing here, and since iMoneymaker treated me so poorly, I really wanted to show off to him, because he was at the time trying to he was like struggling to create legacy parkourists at the time, and I was just trying to show off. I know it seems kiddish at the time, and I regret sending the messages nowadays. But anyway, so that was just what that message is. All right, so here's the follow-up of my like showing off to iMoneyMaker. He told me now that he had contacted further moderators and started up another investigation about my jump hacking, which this was like about a year after the problems occurred with my so-called jump hacking. I'm not sure exactly. It was somewhere between like 6 months to a year after it had happened, and he's still like claiming that I jump hacked, even though I explained to him over and over and over that I use video editing and I actually did one of the tricks. He never seemed to believe me, still thought I was hacking, and tried to open up another investigation about it. Anyways, so he also was like, uh, yeah, I just explained to him like I just showed off to you because you have treated me poorly in the past, and I just wanted to show off to you because it's something I'm excited about, and I wanted to show off to someone that got all this praise and everything for what he did, and I feel like I just was trying to show off to him. I know it seems kiddish, but that's what went through my mind at the time. I really wanted to show off to someone, and he seems like the perfect person to show off to, especially because he sent very hateful messages towards me. All right, so here he is again. He's like coming back with his whole abusing his authority, which I'm pretty sure he was still a moderator at this time. But at the very least, he was a YouTuber that had like around 1,000 subscribers and had like a pretty loyal fan base that viewed his videos. Anyways, so he was stating that I could confess to moderate and to like other moderators that could get me banned, that I did jump pack, uh, or he could make a video exposing me for what I had said, my false confession. Anyway, he was going to make an exposing video about it, which would destroy my reputation as a YouTuber. And at that time, I had around 2,000 subscribers, and that would definitely ruin my reputation as a tanky YouTuber. So I just asked him for the proof, like if he's going to show it to his fans. Okay, and like if you don't have any actual legitimate proof of me jump hacking, you can't make an exposing video out of it. You can't get moderators to ban me. So I just asked him for the proof, and he never ended up sending it because he does not have proof because I did not jump hack. But anyway, so he didn't produce the proof that I was hacking, and yeah. So these are just some follow-up messages after the previous screenshot. Just saying that he can totally get me banned, but he doesn't show any proof, so he clearly can't. And then he asks that we never speak again, which I was completely willingly and completely thankful that he wanted to not talk again, because I do not like him as a person. He has offended me in the past, and I would just love to not have to deal with him. So I agreed, and I thought that we would never have to talk again, which I was wrong, and you'll see here in the next message. So here's like a final message he sent me during that time frame that he was a moderator. This was he was just laughing at me because he had like contacted the parkour club leader and got my role of a commentator for them, like for the Academy Parkour, revoked, and because I attempted to show off to him, even though he says like in the past, like I don't know if it's in this message specifically, but he has said like, oh my gosh, I've completed more achievements than you and everything like that. So I'm really not just showing. It's one thing that I'm showing off, and he's got like 3 more things. Like he's a helper in the game. He can show off that he has helper pay. He can show off he has like, I think it's microchip for social media moderators. But he instead just decides to go to the parkour club leader and decides to just try to terminate my job as a commentator for them. I now like I wasn't getting anything out of it. I realized that I could not have gotten crystals, because they weren't getting reimbursed by the English community, and I couldn't have gotten the paint because they weren't getting it from the Russian community. So it was completely pointless on my part, and I was just basically doing a free job for them. So I don't really regret. I don't care about losing my job as that position. Alright, so here's just like a basic background. So fast forward a few months. Here in the following part is going to be the aftermath of the occurrence in which he attacked me personally, like me and my family, like in a personal way. So I just asked for forgiveness for my language. I was extremely upset at the time. I imagine if you experience a similar type of thing, you'd be also very angry. I know it's outside of Tanky, so you cannot ban me. I want to just make that clear. You cannot ban me. And if you do ban me, I'm going to take this to a freaking community manager because it's unbelievable how this game works. Like, so moderators like iMoneyMaker, it's very triggering. They can do whatever they want as long as it's not inside of Tanky, like chats or forums or anything like that. As long as it's some third party like Skype, Discord, something like that, then it's perfectly acceptable for a moderator to abuse his power and get away with it. It's unbelievable. Here's me in a third party talking in Skype, which is not Tanky, so you cannot ban me for using foul language. I'd just like to warn you that there is foul language. I'm sorry for it. But anyway, here's the messages. So as you can see, he accuses me of spreading false information. As a backstory, I sent a message to the Legacy Parkourist forum topic, which is his parkour team, and I was just they announced that they were retiring, so I was just stating how happy I was because iMoneyMaker did some very horrendous things to me, and I was really just happy that the club was breaking up because it just made me happy to see that he was failing, and I didn't, and given all that he said to me in the past and offended me and everything like that, I seemed happy. It might seem sadistic, but I was happy at the time because he's inflicted so much pain on me to the point where watching him see pain for the first time in a while was a good thing. But anyway, so the message got taken down, obviously, because it defends the rules that state that private matters outside of Tanky should be kept private, even though the matters I shared, care very much about the game, and almost all of them surround the game. So some of them, you have the jump hacking and him being a moderator that's talking about the game, so that's part of the game. And then we have the messages he sent in the chat. So I realized that I probably should not have shared a private matter, and instead, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. The dude won't stop contacting me. I found this was an appropriate way, I thought at the time. I didn't realize that it's against the rules. I never do that again, but I thought that was the only way that I could get him to stop contacting me on Skype. He would never stop. He'd just constantly he'd just randomly come on, just to say some offensive things, and get on with his day. And then he's saying that it was false information. So I was just correcting him and saying that it was not false. And I provided just a few clear examples of how he had personally attacked me and my family. And then, so from all of this aftermath of this personal attack, he gives me a 6-word, no, that's right, 6-word apology, which coming from him seems not at all sincere, because of all the things he's done to me, and I could not forgive him in a million years, because it has brought me so much pain. Not to mention that he only apologized for the personal attacks. He completely left out all the attacks he made about Tanky matters and all the offenses all the different insults he had sent about Tanky and jump hacking, and telling my club leader to kick me from the club because of just showing off to him. And then he goes back to say that he has changed as a person, and he's all more adult-like, and he's acts more professional and everything like that, which he still acts very kiddish to this day. And he accuses me of jump hacking. I'm fairly certain to this day he has accused me within the past year. I know for a fact that he has accused me. He has joined Discord servers with me. I joined his Discord server to go complain to see if I can, since my message was taken down in the forum topic, I just tried to raise awareness to the other leader of Legacy Parkourist. I was just trying to make everyone aware that this dude is toxic, and I feel that he should strongly be removed from society and should not be still like given special privileges as a parkour club leader. He gets parkour. He's like leader of a super good parkour club, and he gets compensation and supplies for his job. And he can act this way, and then he's very inactive, and yet still gets compensation and supplies for parkour, and I do not, and I parkour more often, and I'm not saying these super negative things to the player. This crazy logic by Tanky, and I'm sorry if you're a moderator and you're watching this. I really think that you guys could use some reform. Not to get into a whole rant or anything, but I feel like the rules are not exactly fair as they are. But anyway, so I feel that I was more changing at this time. I had become a lot more professional. I realized that my messages about like showing off to him were kiddish at the time, and I grew up enough to see that I regretted it, and that was not okay. I regret like everything I insulted him on and everything like that. I could see where he was coming from on the whole jump hacking, but yet he still accuses me of it. It makes no sense. Okay, I'd just like to thank you for whoever is watching this, for taking the time to review all the evidence I presented. If you're making judgment on any part of like either me or him or anything like that, I'd just like to ask you that you thoroughly review the evidence before you make any conclusions. I'm not looking for like someone that's like just takes out the bits that they want to hear from this, and just like takes my part about my confession, takes my picture of my confession without my explanation as to why I confessed it was a false confession. I just like to ask that you can treat this in a fair manner. You can, if you're going to take any actions regarding any of the players involved, that you do it fairly, and you use all evidence provided here, as well as any other evidence. If you need to ask me, you can always contact me. My nickname is Troop10, although I am more active on my Troop10_RTL account. So if you want to contact me, that would be the best way possible. But anyway, so I just I like the backstory for why I provided this evidence. I'm not trying to like necessarily ruin this guy's reputation. I just like to like, he joined my Discord the other day for my parkour club, and he's refusing to leave. My parkour club leader is asking for proof, which is why I provide this for him. But also, I was just trying to show it to the other players, because apparently my parkour club leader's got some good relationships with like higher up moderators. I just like to just point out that I feel like this guy has abused his power completely. He has like verbally abused me, both personally as well as in like about personal matters as well as tanky matters. I cannot believe that this guy can go do this. I'm not sure if he does this to other players that he thinks are using hacks, and he just goes into some stupid reality that he thinks everyone's a hacker. If they can be on a skyscraper and they don't show proof as to how they got on it, that obviously means they're hacking. But anyway, I'd just like to point out that this guy has caused me so much pain in the past, continues to do the same. And yeah, so if you need any more commentary on this matter, feel free to contact me. But anyway, thanks again for taking the time to go review this information. I hope it helps in some way, shape, or form, and thank you.